my baby, my Valentine, yeah. Boy, now you done making my temperature rise. If you leave me, I go die, I swear. You are like the oxygen I need to survive. I'll be honest, your loving de dotorini. I am so obsessed. I want to chop your kabi ule. Your body they packing me she ule. Open up, make I see ule.
Guys, my name is Nonema Tikela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So let's talk about the investigation of Gininda when it comes to the Nongoma case. One of the other things, that's why I keep saying Usibanda will take these people down the drain without them noticing, because didn't Sibanda confirm for the defense? I don't think he understands when he is putting things into the record that sometimes he's clarifying things for the defense, because Usibanda's, when he initially started his cross-examination, he went for attacking memory ka Khumalo, because Khumalo now had to explain, but no, man, I remember that it was between 2019 and 2020, which made sense, by the way, when he met with Ugininda airport, King Shaka International Airport. He also attacked, but no, you did not tell us that your principal, which is someone that you reports to, another Khumalo, was there. And he's like, no, I did yesterday. I told you. I was with him. He's the one that said we must go meet with Ugininda. What do you mean now? And the other issue for me is that attacking the memory of Khumalo is baseless. For Usibanda, it was really baseless. Now, the other issue that I liked was Umnisi's objection when it came to that, because Usibanda was putting a preposition that was no. So when it comes to the memory or the attacking of memory, even though Umnisi was not putting the years correctly, but the proposition was right, what Umnisi was giving there. So when it comes to Khumalo's evidence, no matter how Sibanda wants to look at it, things are really bad for the state, and there is absolutely nothing that they can do to salvage the entire situation. Khumalo also confirmed that he met with Ugininda. That alone is a problem, because Ugininda, if he had any inquiries pertaining to the Nongoma case, he should have asked them thoroughly, and he should have told Khumalo what he has on his side, the investigation, and why he's doing the investigation. All of the details that he could have shared, he needed to share them with Khumalo. And now this one, Usibanda, wants to act as if all of that doesn't matter, whereas it does. So I'm not sure what it means when it comes to police. You find out things about my case. Aren't you supposed to hand over all of that to the investigator, and then he takes it from there? Why was Gininda keeping a case that is not called, that is ongoing in court, in the information of it with him? Do you see the problems that Sibanda created with his cross-examination? And unfortunately for him, he is not understanding all of that. Now, in other words, Sibanda appeared to be laying a foundation before returning to challenge Khumalo on exactly what was communicated and how it was used. Key winner on that information or that exchange between him and Khumalo is that from a courtroom performance perspective, Sibanda scored some points by highlighting Khumalo's uncertainty about dates, of which it's not helping. That is my understanding. But Khumalo avoided by all means. He made sure that he was not trapped, because he consistently maintained that he could not remember the exact period, which is exactly what he said initially. And then when Umnisi intervened when it comes to that, he weakened the state's attempt to portray Khumalo as giving a completely contradictory version of it all. Now, the defense may view Khumalo's confirmation that he briefed Khumalo as the more important outcome from that situation. And the real battle now becomes, what exactly did Khumalo tell Gininda about Nongoma case, 163 of 10, 2018, and does that information support or undermine the cold case unit's later actions involving Bongani Dance? And that is the bottom line. And that is why I keep saying Ugininda had an ample time to actually sit down with Khumalo and tell him all about the so-called investigation. And it's been 6 years. Bongani Dance is still in prison, but he has never appeared in any court pertaining the Nongoma case. And to anyone who's using their brain, the question would be, why was he never taken to any court for specifically Nongoma case, and that is where the problem is. And the state wants to downplay that as if it is nothing, of which it is something. It is something. You arrested Bongani Ntanzi on unfounded accusations, allegations, and also you accused Ntanzi of murder. And when the record comes now, it speaks for itself and it says nothing about murder. And you are trying to manufacture that murder case and trying to glue other cases together to make a case that is not there. And the cold case unit never sat down with the IO of the said Nongoma 163 case. Now you want to make it as if there was something there, of which there was nothing. So that is all that Sibanda managed to do there, to destroy the state's narrative without him even understanding his own case, his own things that he is saying. He destroyed the narrative that they already cooked, manufactured, and now it's not aligning with anything, because the bottom line, there is no murder case Kwanongoma that is called case 163, and there is no system that is going to bring out two cases, separate cases, even if it's a duplicate, and say it's a duplicate just because you want to be duplicate. Sibanda is sinking the state with his own cross-examination, and he's not even aware. That time he thinks he's clever. He's like, I'm in charge now. I'm gonna do this. And Omnis are like, hey, come back here. You don't get to create your own procedures here. When we say objection, we mean exactly that objection. Ask questions as they need to be asked. Don't do your own thing here. So they dealt with him here, and he exposed their case furthermore, and he does not even understand. And what I like about the entire situation is that every time they try to think they are cornering a witness of the defense, they are exposing their own case. I don't know about you, but the entire situation is just bad. It's horrible. And the Sibanda's case here now, of the way he conducted himself and cross-examination, it always fell flat. If not falling flat, do you know what it does? It exposes further holes into the state case. And Ugai seems to not to understand this. In fact, that's the one thing that they have in common with Ubalui, is to make sure the state case falls flat. If not fall gaps, we will see gaps. If not gaps, we will see holes. If not, it will crumble right there on the spot. I don't know about you. Let's talk in the comment section. What are your thoughts when it comes to all of that? Thank you so much. I will see you on our next video. Bye-bye.
So I'm ready.
Hi guys, my name is Noni Mantigela. Welcome to the Noni M podcast. Look at me, I am with the YouTube Black event. Me, a homie, and today it's my birthday, and this is how I'm spending my birthday. Imagine that. Thank you so very much to YouTube for this opportunity.